And oh shit, is that good or bad? Fuck my life.
What did it just say? It just said something weird. Failed to live something. We'll see where it should be on YouTube. Maybe it's not going to be on Twitch.
Oh, wait, has it been a minute since you streamed on Twitch?
No, I streamed on Twitch the other day when I did the jump rope. It went on Twitch too.
Oh, okay.
It does it to both.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, it was like maybe a month or two ago. Something happened, they were hacked, and they like reset all the fucking stream keys.
Oh, did they?
And yeah, like I had to go back and like copy paste and set shit up and log in different places and change my password. It was a pain in the butt.
Oh.
So yeah, Twitch made me do all that. It's like, for security. I was like, well, it's your fucking fault. It's your damn fault.
We are live, I think. Check it and see if it's live on your end.
Oh, hold on, wait.
There's one sticker I have just keeps unsticking itself from my sticker table. That's annoying.
Yeah.
It's live?
I see it. I see the thumbnail. It says live.
On which one? YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Oh, I wonder if it's on...
You want me to check Twitch too?
Yeah, well, no, you don't have to. That's fine. Because Twitch deletes it anyway, so...
What is that for, like,
it should be live on Twitch. I think it is.
What is nitro type?
Oh, I haven't changed that. I was playing a game. I was playing that typing game, and I was trying to use the... I need to change that. I don't know if I can do it now. Can I do it now? I'll do it later. I don't care. Oh, I'm on there too? I wonder why...
Didn't you... Wait, you made me a mod, right? So I think I can...
Yeah, I made you.
Switch the mod view. I can change it for you.
Oh! You're so sweet.
Welcome to mod view. Yes, I know. Yep. Okay, yay! Happy New Year, Bish!
Happy New Year! It's 2022. I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
2022. Year of the Tiger. The Year of the Tiger. And I have my special guest with me today, Japanshenanigans, and that's her tiger gear for the new year. Yeah. You look hot there, dude. You really do. I put you a little bunny. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I see a little bunny. That's cute. Yeah, that dress was definitely like a gold.
No, did you have that forever, or was that something you got special?
That dress, I actually bought that back in 2020.
Yeah.
I had been looking for a couple of years trying to find like a tiger print sexy dress because I wanted to cosplay as Namu-chan
Oh, cool.
from Urusei Yatsura. And but you know, she wears like a tiger print bikini, but like, you know, one, I'm not brave enough for that, and two, Halloween is too cold for a bikini. So yeah, I just figured a sexy tiger outfit, and then like I have a blue wig and some semi-realistic looking horns, so I figured it would be like live action version of that character.
Oh, do you have horns? Are there horns there? I couldn't see them.
No. That's just the dress.
Oh,
like
okay.
If I was gonna cosplay as the chick, I'd be wearing a blue wig and horns too.
Oh, I get it.
But no. Yeah, I got that dress. I was gonna do it for Halloween, but you know, it's 2020, and it just, you know, with the whole pandemic, and plus work was, you know, in the way as usual.
So are you excited that you no longer have to like go to work? Have you gotten?
Yeah, I'm happy I don't have to go there anymore.
Have you gotten used to the idea?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, it's easy. It's easy to not go in because I never wanted to go in anyway. I can't find where I can edit your title. Maybe I can't. I thought I could.
Maybe when it's live you can't do it. I don't know how that works.
No, you should be able to.
That's cool.
I don't know, because like I had to create an account for my moderator bot thing, and it can change the title from that account. And it just has like regular moderator. I don't know, unless Twitch must have updated and hidden it somewhere.
Oh, they love to do that.
It's like every time they update, they move stuff, and then I can't find anything.
Yeah.
Let me see. Show stream info, pop out menu. Nope. I have no idea.
Well, that's all good. Don't worry about it.
Oh well, your title is Jump Rope Day 17.
Is it? I thought I changed that.
Yeah, for some reason, before I even clicked on it, it says it has the name of that game, so I don't know what's going on with Twitch. Twitch is twitching.
Twitch is twitching then. It should be the right... Who's calling me now? Wait. No, I don't want to talk to you, Dallas. I get all these weird calls from different places in Texas, and they just keep calling me, and it just says where it's from. It doesn't say a name. It just says Dallas. Sometimes it's Fort Worth. Other times it's Waco. I'm like, who are these people? Go away. I don't want to talk to you.
It's probably a sales call.
They're all sales calls. So I got my, I pulled out my beads because I'm watching the Vikings. But the serious one, not the funny one. I already saw the funny one. That one was cool. I like that one. If you haven't seen that one, watch it. I recommend it. It's good. But this one, I'm watching the serious one, and they wear beads and all kinds of shit. So I got inspired to put some beads in my hair now. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. And I got this. Do you remember this at one point? They would sell it like on TV.
What is that? Oh yeah, the topsy tail. I still have some.
Well, this is for beads, so you can put your little. You fill this up with all the beads that you want, right? And then you use that little slit in your hair, pull it, and all the beads are there.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that cool? I got that like forever ago. They finally had it in the stores. You know how when they say, oh, you can only get it on, order while supplies last and on TV only and all that. Yeah, that's not true. Eventually they
Oh,
put
really?
it.
Because, like, I mean, I see them, because I've got a couple here in Japan, and I got them just, like, generic, like, rip-off one. It's not the patented topsy tail, like,
Oh, I remember that. I got that
the same
too.
way. It's a plastic thing. It's just a loop with, plastic.
Yeah, I have one of those. I think I have like 2 of them. So this is pretty cool because I can put whatever beads I want that, fit in here, which pretty much they all fit. And the ones that came with were these little silver looking ones. It'll take a minute before you get to see it, but it's like this little silver one, this little silver one. They look kind of cool. They've got like designs. That's what it came with, and then it came with like really simple colors. But I had like a whole lot of gathered over the years. Iridescence, and I got the cooler colors. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do this using my screen as a mirror, so you can see where I'm gonna put this. Let's see. Every time I put this on, though, whenever I do put these beads, everybody thinks they're just long earrings. They don't know that they're actually beads. Oh wait, did I do this wrong? Hold up, I got stuck. Oh, I did it wrong. I caught my earring. That's not good. Alright, go back. Wait. I screwed up. Okay, let's start over. It's been a minute. Oh, and then these are the little stoppers that you put on the bottom, and that's what holds the beads. When I run out of those, I guess I have to use rubber bands on it.
Yeah, I would just always use, like, one of those little tiny rubber bands for hair. I still use those, too. Like, I've got some that are, like, light brown, so they kind of blend in with my hair.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so, like, sometimes I don't want to wear, like, a colored hairband. And, my hair, it's not super thick anyway, so, those things, even if I get the little ones, they're still kind of bulky, so the little tiny rubber bands work better.
Damn it, this didn't work because I forgot I have to put like a regular bead on the bottom. It doesn't want to go into one of those fancy ones. I have to do it over. Okay. It did not want to behave itself. Is it hard to put with a rubber band on the bottom? Because I've never tried that. I guess it's easy. It's easy enough. So how was your New Year's? What else did you do? You went to the club, you went out to eat, and then you went to a temple, yeah?
Well, not that order. We had dinner in Shibuya, and then we went to the club in Ginza, a really swanky club.
Mm.
And that's where we ran into some TV celebrity. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, who was that?
I don't really know him, but Honey-chan recognized him. He kept saying he's this guy, and he's pulling up on Google Images, and then much later at his place, he pulled it up on YouTube, like some TV show. I was like, okay, yeah, that is the guy. He dyed his hair blonde.
Oh, wow.
On TV he usually has like his more natural looking brown color, but I can't think of his name now. But yeah, there's 2 actors and they have similar names and they looked alike too, but I don't know. He insisted it was this one guy, and Yeah, we were at the club for a few hours. Then we went to Sensoji, which is like the famous Tokyo temple.
Oh, cool.
Um,
I saw
yeah,
that.
I mean, it's
I looked it up.
famous because it's the oldest one in Tokyo, and it's got like the biggest, that big red lantern thing. It's like, I think it's the biggest in Japan, maybe.
Wow.
But yeah, well, I mean, it's photographed a lot. It shows up in like movies, TV shows a lot because it's famous. So, and then after that, we went. It was like morning, so kind of like a super early breakfast, like 3, 4 o'clock. We ate buckwheat soba, which is like traditional Japanese New Year's food. You're supposed to eat the long noodles for a long life.
Ah, that's how that works. Does it work? Is it true?
I hope so. Well, I don't know. I'm not that old yet, but I mean, maybe it does work. I mean, Japanese people live a long time, so.
Does it help for the aging? Because they age pretty well too, don't they?
Yeah. Well, buckwheat soba is actually pretty healthy.
Is it?
Anyway. Yeah, it is. I mean, considering it's pasta, or it's like pasta, it's not. It's like the healthiest noodle, or one of the healthiest. I don't know. I learned that in some. I took a class on Japanese cuisine, and a lot of Japanese foods are healthier compared to like similar Western style foods.
That's good to know.
Oh my god. Kitty just jumped on the bed and she's watching your live stream.
Oh.
She is dead looking at you on the live stream.
Is she really? Hi, Kitty.
Yeah,
Hi.
you have a fan.
Hi, Kitty. Hi, Kitty. That'd be funny if she tried to attack me. I'm your friend. I come in peace.
Maybe it's all the little like flashing animation things you have on the screen.
Not now.
Interesting to her.
Oh yeah, I do have a lot of. You see this light? I put this little for like New Year's. It's shining this way.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've even. It's hard to see on my preview screen. Maybe because I don't have the brightness very high. I do that.
Well, it's a little small screen, right? I can see it just fine on this computer.
It's a small screen. What are you gonna do? What can you do? Can you even see this? How's that look? I don't know, it's hard to see. But everybody always thinks they're like earrings because they come. It looks like it's coming out of the ear. See how it does? So no one ever notices that I'm wearing beads. They just don't know what it is. They're like, oh, what is that?
Oh, yeah, I used to do that. Have it behind the ear.
Yeah, like it looks like it's coming from behind the ear, and it's not, but it looks like it is. It's an optical illusion. And you have your cards out? I heard you shuffling. Shuffling.
Yeah, no, I already got them laid out. I'm taking notes right now.
Oh.
I always write down my readings, and that way, like, sometimes I go back, like, if I think of something later, I'll go back and look at it again, like, oh, now that makes sense, you know.
And does it help to write it down?
I like to keep a record. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, I have years worth of readings.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, because I don't do it, like, every day anyway, so, and then, sometimes I would just rarely do it, like, once in a while on a full moon if I remembered. So, I mean, it's not like that many, but still, it's just like over the years, it's crazy to see how far back I have.
That's pretty cool. That's like that's kind of like a diary before your reading.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I mean, I used to like really like fully write it out, like the card and the basic meaning and what I thought it was connected to. But now it's like, uh, that's too much work. So I just write down the card and the position that it's in, and then if I really want to look it up, I can. But
That's hardcore. You would write every little thing.
yeah, I was like super like just OCD about it, but then I've relaxed.
I tried to keep a journal of my dreams, and then I stopped dreaming, so I stopped adding to it. But it's funny, when I went back to the office, I stopped dreaming. But when I was working from home, I was dreaming every night. I was like, oh wow, another dream, I'm gonna write it down. And I wake up and I start writing it down. I had a dream about Keanu one time. He was trying to tell me something. He's like, I just want to tell you something. You need to know this. And then I woke up, and I was like, no! What was he gonna tell me? Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. And then if you like try to go back to sleep, you can't get back in the same dream. That sucks.
Yeah, that's too hard. I mean, sometimes if I like go right back to sleep, I can rewind. It's weird. Like if I'm able to like access that same dream, I can go back and redo stuff. But I can't.
I can't. Like, because I've done that before. It's like I wake up and I'm like, wait a minute, I wasn't done, and then I try to go right back to sleep.
Yeah.
But I can't get back to the same dream. It'll be something completely different.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, but you know what? You reminded me though. I wanted to tell you I did have a really weird dream. It was after all the New Year's when me and Honey-chan crashed and we slept all day. One of my dreams I had was I wasn't working, but like I just happened to see like two different weddings. Like I was passing by or so, I don't know. And for both of them, I guess it was like the latest trend was see-through dresses, and these brides were so dumb and just willing to follow any trend that it's like they didn't realize when you wear a see-through dress, like everybody can see everything. And so these girls were like, they'd come walking down the aisle like from the front because she had the bouquet and all that, you couldn't really see, but from the back you could see everything because it was a see-through dress. I was like, what does that mean? What a weird dream.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do you dream with a lot of people in your dream, or are you by yourself?
Well, it's different. I mean, that time I was dreaming of a wedding, so like there was, the bride, groom, and all the guests, and it's like I wasn't in the wedding and I wasn't working. I was just.
You just happened to be walking by.
I just happened to see like two different weddings. I guess they were outside. I don't remember that much detail, but yeah, my dreams. There's usually other people in my dreams. There's not too many where I'm completely alone.
Are they people that you know, or do you dream about people you don't know? Or is it both?
It's both. I think more often it's just people I don't know. It's like just people. Like if I'm out and about and there's just like in real life, it's just people I don't know. But every so often, yeah, it'll be somebody I do know. And yeah, very rarely maybe a celebrity.
Oh wow, that's always crazy.
Like I wish I could dream of Keanu Reeves. That'd be awesome.
These are pretty colors. These have like iridescent, but it's hard to see. It looks like solid color, but when you like really look at it, they kind of shine like iridescent. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Can you see it? But it's hard to see it unless you really, really look at it. Like it doesn't. The camera doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, well, then it takes a minute for me to catch up with the lag.
Where can this go? I'm gonna put
Yeah,
it
those are cool.
up here. Like
Okay.
here.
Let me get into this reading. What is this? So what about your New Year's?
My New Year.
Yeah, I recapped mine, so.
Okay, what did I do? I went to hang out at my mom's, and it took a little bit. Remember, Little? We went, and you went to Grandma's house? You remember that? Oh, she was so excited. She was so thrilled. She got to hang out with Grandma and Uncle Brother and the little babies. She's just looking at me like I'm crazy right now. She's just so tired. You're so tired. Yeah, you have to see this.
Well, didn't you say the other animals didn't want to play with her? Maybe she's just blocking it out because it's a bad memory.
They did. She was like all sad about it. They did not want to hang out with her, and she was like really sad about that. But she liked being there anyway. Like even though they were like ignoring her and stuff, she just liked being in a different place, and it was cool. So she behaved herself. She was very good. I was very proud of her. Yes, she had good manners, very polite. She said please and thank you. Yeah, she enjoyed that. And then when we got back, she was so tired. She slept all night long. She was so excited to be there. And she was so, what is it? Tuckered out when we got back. So she just wanted to go to sleep. She slept half the day. So adorable. But the weird thing that happened, the reason I like to go to my mom's is because in that neighborhood, and I mentioned it to you before, but story time, I'll talk about it. In that neighborhood, everybody throws, like all around this neighborhood, they all throw fireworks on New Year's. But her street in particular, you can see the street behind the house, like everybody just shoots them all at midnight. And it's crazy to see them because you're sitting in the backyard on the porch and it looks like they're falling right on you. And like they don't have like the little wimpy ones either. Like these are hardcore. They pay a lot of money for these. These are like the really, really cool ones. Oh, and we saw, I've never seen these before, but they look like fucking UFOs, dude. They were like, they went up in the air and there was a lot of them and they were like a neon color or something. Or fluorescent. And they were up in the air and they just hovered. They just hovered there for a while. And I've never seen those before. I didn't know what they were called. That was crazy. That must be a new one. So yeah, we were watching the fireworks for, but it's worth it. They did pretty good. The economy going down right now did not stop people from getting their fireworks, dude. They went all out this year, like they always do. It was cool, and we were watching it, and then, yeah, the really crazy thing that happened was my mom's neighbors that, live behind her. The kids came out to the backyard with guns and started shooting them up in the air. But, I mean, they had an AK-47. Bless you. Did you sneeze? What was that about? They had artillery, dude. They had a lot of guns. And they were like from the ages of 10 to 14. They were little kids doing that. I was like, where are the parents? Like, we were freaking out because we saw them pointing the guns at each other and getting their phone because, of course, they wanted to film themselves shooting the gun and all. And we're, idiots. And I'm like, oh, no. And Mom was like, let's go inside. That's it. So we went inside because we didn't have no... I guess the parents were in the front throwing all the fireworks because where else could they be? And they would run back inside, put the gun away and come back out and I guess reload it or something and start shooting again. So that went on for a while after midnight.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was scary because it was like an accident can happen, stray bullet. That's how accidents happen. You're not supposed to let little kids mess around with guns. Like, I don't know how they even don't have their shit locked up. Now we know that they have an arsenal. So when, the zombie apocalypse happens, those are the ones that are going to go crazy right there. Who's calling? Now it's Houston.
Suddenly you're so popular.
Now it's Houston. Who was it a while ago? Dallas. Oh my God.
Dallas.
Dallas. Now it's Houston. Give it a minute. It'll be Waco. Yeah, that one looks kind of cool. Is it too long? When it's too long and too heavy, then they start falling. They start slipping out. Let me take some out. So, what does your reading say? Anything good, hopeful for the new year?
Well, I mean, I haven't gotten to the future part yet, but the present situation is not good, but that's accurate. I mean, yeah, there's a lot, not a whole lot of good stuff going for me right now.
Well, you're like up in the air right now. That's just
because there's so many things that are up in the air, you know?
Yeah, you're up in the air right now. You've got, like, your plans are not quite in motion. It could go either way. Where did the thing go? Oh, I dropped it. Oh, no! Where did it go? I have more. It's not like I don't have any more, but still, I hate losing something. Oh! I lost it. Let's look for it later. Oh, I hate the idea. I hate dropping something and not knowing where it lands. That happens to you all the time, right? You're always dropping something and not knowing where it lands.
Yeah, it happens a lot. I mean, maybe not all the time, but I mean, I do drop stuff all the time, which is aggravating. But yeah, it seems like usually at the worst possible moment is when, you know, something will disappear on me as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's aggravating. It's like, and it'll fall, and it's like, it should be right there. Like, it shouldn't be hidden or, you know, whatever. And that's what's really aggravating is when I cannot figure out where it went, and it should not be that hard to find.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it just, like, disappears completely, like, off the face of the earth.
But then you get lucky. Sometimes you can find it after, right?
Well, that one ring, I've lost it, 2 or 3 times now and found it?
Yeah.
That stupid black ring. I mean, it's nothing special. It wasn't expensive. I know where I can go get another one if I did lose it completely.
Yeah, so, it's the principle.
But it's like the things that like really matter to me, like that are irreplaceable. Yeah, those don't ever turn up again.
Oh.
It's just gone. I hate that.
Speaking of missing, Dee Dee, my mom's cat, is missing right now. And I told her, I think he's fine. He just he's like Benji. I think he has like another family somewhere. He's just hanging out with them. He's like super friendly. He's the orange cat that I was telling you about. I forgot who we were talking to on Clubhouse, and I was saying, oh yeah, he's gay. And she said, you know that there's actual studies that all orange boy cats are gay. And I was just saying it because he kind of has like he carries himself kind of, you know, flamey or whatever, like he's flamboyant. I don't know how to explain it. For a boy cat, it's very strange. And then so it's a running joke that we say he's gay, but she's like, no, for real, it's a real thing. Look it up. That's why there's not that many orange boy cats because they're gay. You know, they don't procreate. They don't breed with.
Well, I mean, I think the orange cats are just not very common either. Like,
I think it's just
because somebody told me once, like, I had a female orange cat. And they were like, that's rare. Like, yeah, usually the orange cats are boys.
They're boys, and the reason that you don't see that many is because, you know, they're gay, is what they're saying. So they're not reproducing, and it's just once in a long time another orange one will come out, and it's just. I don't know if that's true. I mean, I do believe that there are gay animals, you know, they can't help themselves. That's how they are. But it's because I think it's.
Yeah, I don't know about cats, but I have read stuff about, you know, animals in the wild.
Yeah. They are.
that,
Like, just
have same-sex partners.
It's nature. Wasn't there like I don't know if it was some kind of a bird, and they were saying
Penguins.
Were they penguins? It wasn't a penguin, because this was one that would like travel. It would like fly somewhere. Penguins can't fly, right?
No, but they swim. I think they swim to migrate.
They swim, but this one didn't swim. I think this one was flying. I don't know if it was a crane or it was some kind of a... I forgot where it even was, but he would go and he would hang out every winter at some certain spot. He'd go there. It was like some city by the bay or something, and he'd hang out with the bird that was there all the time, but it was a boy bird. And they said, oh, he loves him, he's his best friend. And they said, no, he was in love with him, that was his boyfriend. Like, somehow the story turned into they were gay birds, and they were always migrating to meet each other every year or something. Do you hear about that?
Oh, I never heard about that. I've heard stories about penguins, like especially at zoos, where they can document it more easily.
Oh, yeah.
Penguins usually, they'll mate for life or at least a really, really long time. And I mean, so I've seen stories about, penguins in zoos that pair up.
And they'll end up being gay?
But they're the same sex.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, gay, lesbians, like 2 boys, 2 girls. Yeah, it's actually, a lot more common than people realize.
Yeah, people don't seem to understand it. It's like, if the animals do it, that just shows it's nature.
Well, because, I think it was penguins. Like, there was, for a while, I think there were studies done. No, not penguins. What was it, seals? It was something in the wild that, it was a long time ago, before anything like that was in the news, and, nobody had ever really documented animals, being gay, in same-sex relationships, but then somebody did, I think it was sea lions or seals or something, they saw them in the wild, and they documented it, and they wrote it all down, but then they wrote it, in Latin or something like that, so that way only the scholars could read it or something, like they were trying to kind of keep it a secret from the public.
Oh, they didn't want for the masses to know about it. They wanted to be
Yeah, something like that. Somebody was telling me something like that. I was like, oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Because, I guess, back when it was discovered, it was still, it was before the whole, I don't know what you'd call it, the revolution, the, people coming out, it was still,
they were in the closet.
Looked down upon, and, not a good thing, and so, if somebody came out with a story hey, animals are gay, people would have freaked out,
Yeah.
No, that's an abomination. Those people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, my reading is kind of scary, dude.
Why? What does it say? It's not positive?
It hasn't said anything about work, though. That's really what I want to know. It's just talking about my love life. It's yeah.
Oh, and that's already,
out.
something that you don't want to hear about right now. Or do you? Are you searching for answers on that, or no?
Well, I'm doing, a general spread for 2022.
Oh, and then it's just kind of, focusing on just the love life part.
Well, it's saying, there is, a guy who could be bad news, but, it doesn't tell you which guy it is, so it's well, is it the one I'm dating, or is it someone else who's gonna, try to move in, and if I act on that, then it would be a mistake. I hate how it's I wish it would just say, this is the guy.
He will be wearing this color.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're never that precise, right? Just warns you to freak you out.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just have to. But I think I know.
Damn it! I lost
I
it.
think I know what it's pointing at. Because it doesn't sound like honeycomb.
Oh.
I think it's someone else who's like, you know what I mean.
I know. I know. I had a mishap. What happened? Did I drop another one? I'm gonna find I'm gonna find like beads on the floor now, because that was not a good.
Oh yeah, every time I mess with my beads, like I'll drop at least 10 of them, and then I'll be finding them for the next month or two. I'll step on one. Like, yeah, I don't find them all at once. It's just one by one.
Yeah, but I'm like worried that Little's gonna find one and she might want to eat it. She's not too much about doing stuff like that anymore. She was more like that when she was a puppy. She's all grown up now, so I don't really have to worry about that. But still, I get anxiety about it. They all fell out. I shouldn't have messed with it, but I think it wasn't a thick enough strand of hair. My hair is pretty fucking thin. Like my mom was telling me, she's like, "You want me to just cut the?" She evened out the bottom because I cut my own hair, but I can't even it out from the bottom, so I had my hair doing this number. And she's like, "Let me cut that off and make it straight. That way it'll look more full." So she did. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe it's an illusion. It looks like it's long, but when you look at it from the back, it's like little strands. Like it doesn't really look. From the front, it looks okay. And from the back, it just looks sad. So if I cut it like shorter, like to here maybe, and then just let it grow again, it might look fuller. And go, or I can just like change my look real quick. I just have her cut it to here.
Yeah, the only long hair actually looks long. Like I never understood the whole, like when the hairdresser's like, oh, if I cut it this way, it'll look longer. No, if you cut it, it will be shorter.
Yeah, how can it look longer when you're cutting it? It looks fuller.
Yeah.
But it won't look longer. Would they tell you that? But it would look longer?
Yeah, they would say something like, oh, but it'll look long. Like, no, it doesn't look longer. It just looks fuller.
Yeah, fuller. Where did they get longer from? Brainwashing.
I don't know. I mean,
lies, fake news.
Yeah. Oh, they just want the money. They just want to get you in the chair, cut your hair. They don't care.
Get you in the chair.
All right, let's see. Oh.
This smaller one. Why are these not small enough? Can't get into the hole. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. I'll get
phrasing.
God, that's so annoying. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna get a flag on this one for sure. Because I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. This right here is wrong. This is for in respect to Vikings. Hello. I just want to let people know that. I'm not trying to. There's no other hidden meaning behind this. What the, did I do that? So that way when I get my sword and I have my sword and I do like this and you see these beads flying and you say, there she is, the Viking girl. Viking chicks were pretty bad. They were pretty badass. Did they really exist though? Or was it just the guys doing all the warrior stuff? All the raping and the pillaging? Once in a blue
Well, I mean, there were probably some. I mean, there were probably some that went out and did all that kind of stuff. But
like, it makes me wonder if it's like, true. Like, it makes me wonder, though, because back then, they treated women differently, right? Unless they were, like, tough and, you know, able to wield the sword. Like, this one chick, she makes shields, and she's the wife of one of the Viking guys, right? And I'm just in the first season of this. And she's like, take me with you, because they were going to go west. And their leader, or whatever, he's like, no, we always go east. There's nothing to the west. And he's like, no, I want to go west. I have a sundial. It will show me where west is. And they're all excited about going to the west. And they did. And then they found all these monks. I guess they went to a monastery. So they robbed the monastery, killed all the monks. They took a couple back. But before they left, the wife was mad because she's like, no, I want to go with you. That was our dream, was to go to the west and rape and plunder. How she didn't really say it like that.
I don't think that's totally accurate, but I mean, I'm sure there were some women that...
I'm kind of fabricating it a little bit. She didn't really say it like that, but, you know, that's what she meant. Like, she wanted to do that. And when I looked up to the fandom of this show, it come to find, like, I already know what it popped up. People that were, or attempts or rapes that happened on the show. And then one of them was some girl that raped a guy. So that tells me, okay, well, there's going to be a girl Viking in this show. I just haven't seen her yet. And it might be that wife. Maybe something's going to happen to her kids, right? Because they got to be, like, childless. Not having to care for their kids or the farm. And I think that's what she did. And then she made shields or something. So she's like, I make the best shields. And she was a good fighter, too. Like, some guys tried to bum rush her when her dude was gone. I forgot where he went. He wasn't around. And then she just kicked the shit out of him. She's like, no, I can give you food and I can give you water. They're like, no, we want your body. She's like, no, I don't think so. And boom, boom, boom. She just started, like, hitting him with a hot poker. It was crazy. They took off running. I'm thinking she's going to become, I'm like speculating at this point because I just started the show. But I'm thinking she's going to be the one that goes out there and joins the guys, you know, and does the Viking things they do. So they did. Okay, runes come from Vikings, yes? What is the story on that? Because I was looking it up last night. It was a written...
Yeah, I think, yeah, runes come...
The Nordic. The Nordic? The Nordic.
Yeah, it's Norse, right?
Norse, yes. And it was their alphabet, but every rune symbol stood for a god, one of their gods, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
But yet they did not document anything in their language. Like, they used the runes more for, like, what was it? For magic. They believed in magic. They used it for gravestones, a symbol. You know, they'd have, like, a really big stone, and then they'd carve a rune symbol in it, and it symbolized someone that had those attributes or whatever. But it wasn't, like, a language that they wrote in, was it? Because that's what I found out. Like, I thought...
I don't really know. I'm not too well versed on Vikings.
Like, I was like, in the funny version of the Viking show, and I forgot what that one was called. But they had, like... There was a part where they'd go to the outhouse, and they had little scrolls, and they would turn them, and they were always different jokes and stuff. Like, that was their reading material when they were taking a dump. So they'd sit there, they'd be laughing to themselves because they were, I haven't read this one in a long time. But they made it seem like if they used it as writing, like, as their language, but it really was more like phonetic or whatever. It's like it wasn't words that you could write, it was more like meaning, and they knew what it meant. I don't know. I started looking into it last night, but I was like half asleep. I don't remember what I read. I have problems with comprehension. Like reading, remember from school, reading and comprehension? I could read everything, But then they'd ask me questions afterwards, and they're like, what did you learn from that? And I'm like, I'm like, the dog crossed the street. Like, I couldn't remember their names. I couldn't remember where they went. I knew what happened while I read it, but then to recall it all, I always had trouble with that. I think that's the comprehension part, right? And they would write it down. But Claudia's real good at reading, but comprehension, she has problems. And I never could figure out how to fix that. It would get me so mad. Like, we did the speed reading thing. Did you ever do that in your school?
Speed reading? I don't think so.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. Like, you had a projector. You'd sit in a booth, right? It was kind of like being in ISS. Or were you ever in ISS? Did you ever get in trouble for fighting in class or skipping or whatever? They put you in a
I like one time.
You're familiar with this? Like, they sit you on a desk, but it's got walls. Like, that was way before like all this social distance thing happened, and now that's what it reminds me of when I see all these walls everywhere. You know, it just reminds me of being in trouble at school. Like, I was never in trouble. I was a good girl. I always went to class on time. I was never in fights. Or, you know, or you talk back to the teacher. I don't know what would land you in there, but it was in school suspension. So they put you in a room, and they had, like, you would see it. Sometimes you walk down the hall, and they'd open the door, and you could see, like, there was a kid sitting in there, and there was another kid sitting in there, and it was like they had these walls on the sides of the desk, and they had to have their little head in there, and that was their punishment.
Really? Well, like, I got it one time, but there weren't any walls. It was just basically...
You're just sitting in a room.
We had to go to a separate classroom instead of our regular classes, and, like, there was a really mean guy there. Basically, couldn't talk, you know, we couldn't do anything fun. He was like, you know, just do your homework, do your work, and he'd walk around and, you know, every so often make sure we were, you know, studying or doing homework or something.
Not
like schoolwork.
talking.
We couldn't be passing notes, couldn't be talking, like nothing fun. It was just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, well, we had, and I think it was called Resource. I don't know what the class was. They would, like, they would do that for some reason. We would listen to a story on headphones, and then we'd answer questions. And then we would also have a projector on that little desk that had these walls so that, you know, I guess all the light would only stay there. And then it would show on the wall that you're sitting in front of on that desk, like, it would have the sentence would pop up, and it would flash, and then another one would come out, and then another one would come out, and you had to read it, you know, and it only went at a certain speed, but you could like speed it up, and it would go faster. And this one kid could read real fast, like, you know, we would stand there and watch him. We're like, oh my God, how does he know what he's reading? And then he would, like, answer all the questions. Like, that's how they would know if he was reading it or not. And he knew what he was reading. I don't know how he did that. I could never go that fast. But I could read it, and
I never did anything like that.
You never heard of this? It was crazy. I don't know if it was just at my school or what the deal was.
Well, you know, every state has its own system, too, so...
Yeah, oh yeah, and that could be what it was.
So yeah, Texas to Georgia might just be completely different. I think Georgia was like one of the. Well, I know when I was in school, Georgia was always kind of like lagging behind in performance, and yeah, like just the educational system in general was just not one of the best.
Not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Well, I mean, I did well. I'm just saying, like, the Georgia educational system.
Yeah, no, yeah, not you.
Was not so good.
That explains Will and his friends.
Well, Will is just special.
Will is just special. We can't really. I shouldn't even. Forgive me, Will. I know you'll never see this, but oh well.
No, this will be the one stream that he does see. Why are you talking about me? You always talking
Well, he never wants to be on one. I told him, I was like, why don't you do one with us? And I think he did mention it one time. He's like, yeah, I should. And then, that was it. Like, he never brought it up again, so he forgot about it or something. I was like, I can't keep reminding him over and over. I hate doing that, because then he'll tell me that, bitch, I don't have time. I'm busy. I have things to do. He's always excuses with him. I don't want to be chewed out for reminding him to do something when he tells me, remind me to do that. And I'm like, well, did you do it? Bitch, I'm busy right now. Don't be bothering me. Like, you told me to remind you. Oh my God. What did I do wrong? Not right now. LOL. Everything was funny with him. Like, he'll insult you and call you names and say you're stupid and all kinds of shit, and then LOL, like, I'm just kidding. I never pay attention to anything he says because of that. There's other people that don't know him and they get upset. Like, they believe that he's for real, and they're like, oh, I can't talk to him. He's always getting in a fight with me. I'm like, he's just kidding. He don't mean it. What kind of blood do y'all have? What's your bloodline? You said Polish, right?
Polish and Slovenian.
It could be a Polish thing, because I know the Germans have a funny sense of humor. Like, they sound aggressive, but really they're not mad. They're just really kidding around. So when Flora was here, I had to constantly, like, translate to other people because they were getting pissed. They thought he was really pissed. Like, what's wrong with you people? What's going on here? You can't do this. You don't know how to do that. And I'm like, he's kidding. He's kidding around. He doesn't mean it. They were like, hey, dude, what did you say? I was like, no, he doesn't mean it like that. He's German. He just talks that way. Well, I mean, we're, yeah, it was getting kind of. At one point, I had to be the mediator. I was like, no, don't pay no attention. I think that was when I had to play. I played that one show, so I went first. I was like, I'll play now. I'm going to start playing now. I started playing. My mask was upside down. I didn't even know it was like that until later. Like, I saw the footage, and I was like, oh, shit. I was wearing my mask upside down. I didn't even know. That's how anxious I was to, like, de-escalate whatever. And it wasn't even a big deal. It was just like visuals. He wanted Game Boy visuals on the screen. They had to come from a Game Boy. Well, okay. Well, you need the proper connections to do all that. And I guess they didn't translate because Europe has different Game Boy plugs and stuff, probably. I don't really know. And they were having some kind of issues with that. I was like, let them do whatever they're going to do. Who cares about the visuals? We're here to play the music. Play the music. I had to pull out my stylus. That's how I stamp it.
But it's the whole experience, dude. It's not just music. It's artistic expression.
Yeah. Some people are really hardcore about that stuff. I don't know if they still are, but I know they used to be. And they called themselves, they had their own person just to do visuals, and they were called a visualist. And I'm like, just play whatever. You have projectors. I didn't care what was on the screen. Does it have to be something special? Like, they put, like, special words. They program it in. That's all it comes out on the screen and stuff. It's like, who cares? Nobody's looking at that. Everybody's, like, drunk in the audience anyway. Their eyes are closed. They're not looking to see visuals, Only if they go to, like, those really fancy. What's that guy with the big helmet that he wears and those types of shows? Okay, that's they're going to be looking at the lasers and stuff. But nobody cared about that stuff. I don't know why it was so important. I didn't get it. I just wanted to play. I could care less what was up on the screen. I think they played anime for me. They ended up playing some kind of an anime, and I don't know what it was, but I wasn't looking. I didn't like turn around and look at it. And, it's just like, I'm busy right now playing this stupid song. I forgot the order that it goes, but I'm gonna play it anyway. You know, like, pum, 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 I was just like punching buttons and stuff. That's what I did. I miss that. A stupid song, and sometimes the song would mess up, or I think I lost a couple songs. I don't know what happened. I try to go back to the songs that I've saved on that program. I had that program multiple times. Like there's different, I had to name them A, B, C, D, E. I think I went up to G or something. Like I have different ROMs for that program because you run out of room for songs and you have to keep making more songs. Well, I go to the old songs, and when I go to the menu, the same song name pops up. Like I go to the next screen and it's like that same song is over here now. It's over there. And I'm like, no, where did those songs go? They're probably lost forever. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. Technicalities. I think that's good. I'm not going to do any more. I changed my mind. I was going to do more, but then I changed my mind. Okay, so I'm going to try to do some runes. Some rune tells. So the telling of the rune. Yeah. And I will open up my little box of the occult. And here's my runes, and oh wait. I think I tried this once before. How did it go? Do you remember? Did it go badly?
I don't remember. No, it didn't go badly, but...
Oh! Okay, let's see. This goes there. This goes there. There. Here's my book of runes. The book of runes is the book for these. Oh, what's the matter? You think it's a treat? Oh no, Lila thinks it's a treat. You want? Let me give you. Oh, wait a minute. Let me give you something, Mom. I love you. Here's a bone. Here's a biscuit. This one's for you. Come on, hurry up. Yes, I know. Keep it. That's yours. I'm gonna get something to drink. I've been talking a lot. Oh, this is New Year's, right? Happy New Year.
Yeah. That was the general theme of this thing.
I keep forgetting.
It's your stream. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have me a strawberry daiquiri cooler. But I need the opener. It needs an opener.
Oh.
Where is the opener thing? Oh no. Oh. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I found it. My magnet, it used to be up on the refrigerator, but the magnet came off. So this is my opener. Does it still have liquid in it? It does. That's weird. I thought it would have dried up by now.
I would drink, but oh my gosh, I've had so much to drink.
Did I not
over
open
Christmas and New Year's?
God, how did I do that wrong?
I was enjoying it for a minute, but because I never could enjoy drinking before with my job, but now it's like yeah, I don't think I need to do it every day.
It's almost noon.
I like it, but
I think it's almost noon. It's 11. Here it's 11:30. No, 11:40. Something.
Oh, you're on vacation. You don't need any excuse.
Yeah, I was told to have fun. They said, go on vacation and have fun. That's an order. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
I was too busy worrying about everything. I was like, and when this happens, and then when that happens, you have to remember to do this. Just go on vacation. Get out of here. Okay. Like I worried too much. I shouldn't even be thinking about it. Okay, so whatever. The runes. The runes, baby. I forgot how to do this. I do this every time. I have to look it up. And I have a bookmarker. Why? Oh, because it tells you the 3 rune spread. There we go. The 3 rune spread is a sample reading, and the first rune is action. The second is challenge, and the third is overview. And that always sounds vague to me. Action. Okay, so... Oh, there's a 5 rune spread too, of course. You know, I wanted to make my own runes, like tiny ones, out of clay.
Yeah, I wanted to do that too.
Because I saw, what movie was it? I saw some movie where Michelle Pfeiffer was like a witch or something. And she had this tiny little bag, and she went like this and threw something on the ship that she was on. And there were these tiny little runes. She could read them. She's like, or she threw them on her hand or something, I don't remember. And they were little, and she was like, oh yes, yes, yeah, whatever it was that she was trying to figure out. I was like, that's so cool. I want some little like that. These ones are big. These are, no baby, these are not for you. She thinks that they're snacks. Look how big that is. That's like as big as my eye. Those are big. You see that? So my first rune is action. Yeah. And I got this, which is, let me see. Oh, growth. I got the rune for growth. That'll be my first rune.
So that's action. What does it mean, action? Like, is that action you need to take, or what does that mean?
Oh wait, I have to do it right to left, so it's not action. It's overview. Okay, so never mind what I said. Right to left, this one is overview. And overview of the situation is like, tells you what's going on overall, I guess. And mine says growth. And what does that mean? Overall, I have grown. I have grown as a person. I have grown in experience, yes. I'm just spitballing here because I haven't gotten to the page yet. What the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's called the Berkana rune. And it represents a form of fertility that fosters growth both symbolically and actually. The growth may occur in affairs of the world, family members, the relationship of the self to the self, or the divine. So, what is this telling me? Oh, it can be reversed. It's reversed. Events or more likely aspects or character interfere with the growth of new life. You may feel dismay at failing to take the right action, but rather than dismay, what is called for here is diligence. Examine what has occurred, your role in it, your needs, the needs of other people. Are you placing your wants before the needs of others? Strip away until you can identify the obstacles to growth in this situation. Then penetrating gently, imitate the wind. What? You may be required to cultivate the soil once again, yet through correct preparation, growth is assured. Okay, so overall, my overview is, I feel like I that's kind of true. I've been feeling that way. Like, am I doing the right thing? Did I do that right? Did I leave all the proper instructions? You know, is everything gonna go okay? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Wondering, did I do the right thing? That's pretty much what, you know, that's what I was going through. Okay, what's the next one? Oh. I got, what is this one? This one is called Flow. Flow. And this is going to be my challenge rune. But since it is that way, it's reversed. Damn it. Another reverse. There it is. Flow, water, that which conducts. It's called Lagos. I think that's the right way to say it. Unseen powers are active here, powers that nourish, shape, and connect. The attributes of this rune are water, fluidity, the ebb and flow of emotions, careers, and relationships. Encourages you to immerse yourself in the experience of living without having to evaluate or understand. Okay, how can you do that? How can you live without having to analyze? That's always a problem. That is the challenge, isn't it? That's always the challenge. And when it's reversed, it says, a counsel against overreach and excessive striving. Drawing flow reversed is a warning against trying to exceed your own strength or operate beyond the power you have funded to date in your life. Shit. So if it's the challenge, what does that mean? Challenge myself not to be that way?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about runes, so it's not gonna be much help.
But I'm thinking that's what it
I've
is.
never done it. I wanna get into doing runes, but I never have, so.
I'm thinking that's what it means because my first rune is the overview, right? Then the second one is my challenge. So the overview is that I worry too much if I did something right. The challenge is I need to not overstep my boundaries of my power, of what I think that I have the power. Like I shouldn't be like, I don't think you care about that. Like I shouldn't say stuff like that at work to my boss. Because that's not good. Okay. You know what I mean? Like that as an example. Like I should know my place and not try to think that I have more power than what I do. Whatever.
Yeah.
Action.
Well, I mean, that's just common sense.
Yeah, but I don't have that all the time. You know that. Okay. Oh. Here's my action. It looks like a cool Z. Like a like a lightning bolt kind of. It's defense. That's what it is. And I'm looking at it. Oh, right side up. That's actually the right way to look at it. For once. I'm always getting everything reversed. I hate that. This one is called... Where is it? Where are you? Why do you hide from me? There it is. EWAS. This one's called EWAS. And defense, avertive powers. Let's see. As we are tested, we fund the power to avert blockage and defeat. At the same time, we develop in ourselves an aversion to the conduct that creates stress in our lives. If there appears to be an obstacle in your path, consider that even a delay may prove beneficial. Do not be overly eager to press forward, for this is not a time or situation in which you can make your influence felt. This is like my whole attitude that I had right before I left the office. That's funny. So is this a past reading? This is like telling me what I already did. This is not telling me what I have to look forward to. Because all this is familiar to me. I've already been through this. Patience.
Well, yeah, but even in reading, like, even if it's all, like, stuff that you know, like, sometimes things need to be pointed out to you anyway. Like, yeah, even though you know, like, you need to recognize it, like, acknowledge it.
And I'm not doing that. Do something
about it?
Yeah. Like I know that I'm doing it, and I'm not, and I don't care. And now it's like pointing it out to me. It's like, look at what you're doing. Look. See, did I teach you to be that way? You know, like it's like telling me,
yeah,
hey.
Exactly. Because it's like, well, I mean, you know, I guess a basic example would be like, I knew for the longest time when I was smoking, like I shouldn't be smoking. It's bad for me. I knew that, but I didn't quit. And wasn't until like I finally just, you know, admitted it, and well, not really even admitted it, but just, you know, like acknowledged, like, yeah, I need to quit saying what I should do and actually do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like I knew I needed to quit. I just didn't do it.
The ability.
So much hair come from one cat. Where did I get it?
The ability to foresee consequences before you act is a mark of a profound person. Did you hear that?
Me?
Yeah, I didn't. Avert anticipated difficulties through right action, this rune is saying. And yet there are even more than we are doers, we are deciders. Once the decision is clear, the doing becomes effortless, for then the universe supports and empowers our action. Okay, so yeah, I need to be patient. Like it's like pointing out. This is like pointing out all my flaws, right? And telling me all the bad things I've been doing lately. So now that I'm aware of that, I need to like calm my ass down.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense. Okay, Mom. The runes were being my mother. Behave, I didn't teach you to be that way. Okay, well. That's what I wanted. And you, did you get like a good fortune?
Kind of. I don't know. I'll have to look into it in like more detail, because I was only like half paying attention and talking to you, so.
Yeah.
But I mean, But it was, you know, kind of like what you were just saying. Like, it was pointing out a lot of stuff. Like, yeah, I already know that, but there's probably a reason why I need to actually acknowledge it.
I can't put these back. Oh, there we go. I need a bigger lunchbox. That's what she said. Did you see where I have all my stuff? All my cards, all my pendulum. This is the lunchbox. And I don't know who she is. Dawn. It's kind of cool. It's got a bloody eye. So it's all gothic and stuff.
Oh, that's a cute lunchbox.
Right?
Yeah, there's something else I need to do. I have this, like, wooden box. I don't really know what was in it before, but it's this cool little, like, wooden box. I want to, like, paint it and decorate it, but it's what I have all my, like, tarot stuff in.
Oh, yeah? I like to keep all that stuff together. All in one little... And I still have some other... that's why I need a bigger box, because I have, like, two more decks plus that little mini deck that I have of the gnomes or whatever. And they don't fit in that box. That box is full. So I need a bigger box. I have over packed it. Or I need maybe two lunch boxes. I would like to just have it all together, like a big old case. There's just everything is inside, like the yo-yoers do. They have like a big old case and they got all their yo-yos in there. And they take them with them and they know that they're there. They have these little cutouts just for that yo-yo. It goes into the styrofoam or whatever that stuff is. I need something like that for, these are my runes, these are my cards, this is my other set, this is my other deck, and here's some dice. I haven't done the dice. I wanted to try that.
Yeah, I mean, I got all that stuff. I don't use it every time, but it's like when I feel like...
Just throw the dice down and see what they say, right? Like numerology,
yeah,
right?
I like having it. It's nice to have it. What else did I get? I got a set of, like, all different kinds of die, where, you know, it's not just the basic 6 sides. I think I got it where it, like, goes up to 20. I've got some where it's like, it's in multiples of 10. It's like a lot of different kinds of die.
Oh, did you get...
And I got the coin that's like yes, no.
Oh yeah, the coin. Yeah.
And what else? Well, I made all those oracle cards, the kanji, and then the Wiccan runes. Yeah, I think it's, yeah. And then I got the set of, like, regular playing cards, because you're supposed to be able to, like, use those kind of, like, tarot cards as well.
Those are cool.
Sometimes, but I use those just secondary.
What was the ones that, the astrology ones or whatever, they had, like, all the, didn't you do one that, weren't you going to do something like that? Or was that for something different? Or you were going to do, like,
Oh, no, that's when that was one of the ideas that I had when I was making the cards.
Constellations.
I was trying to think of ideas to make some, because, you know, then I settled on the Wiccan runes and Japanese kanji.
Oh,
but,
okay.
like, I don't know, I still have some blank cards. Like, I could make other stuff, so, yeah. I had thought about, constellations as a thing, like, because don't they have meanings or stories behind them or something?
Yeah, I think they do. I think it's like Cassiopeia and Perseus and Andromeda. Like, they're supposed to all have their little
Yeah, well, those
meaning.
are, you know, characters from Greek mythology or whatever, but I mean, there's other constellations, too, where, I think it's something. It's just like what is it? Wait, are they all from like the zodiac signs? Do they have? What is their backstory?
The zodiac.
Is it just the zodiac meaning, or yeah, like the constellations for zodiac? I mean, like there's Aries and Taurus and Leo and Cancer.
Oh yeah.
Like, but do the constellations do the constellations themselves have the same meaning as? Well, I wouldn't think so, because I mean, a person's zodiac. I mean, that's your fortune, your personality, but the constellation itself probably symbolizes like similar things, but
that's like the horoscope.
maybe it's slightly different. I don't know. I have to look into it. I don't know.
Like that's how they do the horoscope.
That was just an idea.
Yeah.
I didn't make anything with constellations, but well, that and then I'm that's one of my unfinished projects. That's something I should do for my live stream. Is I was gonna make those pants with constellations.
Mhm.
Like paint the constellation on them.
Yeah, I remember you were talking about that.
Yeah, I drew it out. Like I kind of drew out a basic design because there's so many constellations. There's no way I could do them all. So I was just gonna do like some of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
You know, like in a way where it just sort of fills in the gaps nicely. So not every single one, but I'm gonna try to get it as close as I can to accurate without obsessing too much. What, kitty? Yeah. But yeah, they're like the big, like baggy kind of like MC Hammer pants, but they're not silky.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's like a bulkier material, but it's that shape, like the big poofy pants. So it's like perfect for drawing something on it.
I have some white masks made of like cotton or something, and I was gonna put Sharpies. I was gonna draw in like the air vents of the Dune mask that they wear, but I'm pretty sure it won't you won't tell what it really is because it doesn't really look like the Dune mask. It'll just be like squares drawn on a mask, a white mask. It looks stupid, so I haven't done it.
What is it? Is it a fine point Sharpie?
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be, but it's always funny when you work with fabric.
Well, you have to like spot test it. If it doesn't do the feathery thing, like if you could actually draw nice, clean, like thin lines, you could just shade it in.
Shade it in and make it look like they're actual vents. Like I think that's what they are.
Yeah, like put shading on it so you could tell it's not just squares, that it looks a little more 3D, like like color in the holes and then like shade it on one side so it looks like it's an actual, I don't know what you call it, like grate or vent.
But the only thing is like it's a Sharpie, so it's gonna have that smell of a marker, right? Doesn't it stay on there? And it's on your mask, so it's like you're gonna smell it, like all those fumes. You'd be all high.
Well, I mean, yeah, at first, but like you could like sit it out, let it dry in the sun, and then wash it a few times, and then the smell will go away. Because I have those dragon pants that I did a long time ago, and they don't smell.
No?
No, because I mean, after washing them a few times, the smell goes away.
I have, I made all those Cloudy Girl shirts, but I made them from spray paint. I just spray painted them. They still smell like spray paint. That smell never really went away.
Have you washed them though?
Yeah, like a lot of times. I washed them a couple of times. I think so.
Like, why not? Well, I mean, if you're worried about it for a mask, then maybe don't do Sharpie. Like, try to find a pen or some paint that's made for fabric.
Or like the glitter, maybe. And I was like, yeah, it's like glitter glue or whatever, and then you can make the outlines.
Dude, if you could find puff paint.
Puff paint. Where did they
You know
have
what I'm
that?
talking about?
No.
You've never seen puff paint?
Have I?
That was like all the rage in the 80s. Yeah, it's like it's that fabric paint, but when you put it on, it like fluffs up. That would be perfect. You just fucking do that in like lines across your mask. Like if you could find like gray or silver or something, and then it would like pop up 3D, and it would look like the actual thing, like the actual.
I've seen that. You know what? Do they have that like at the Dollar Tree? Like I think I've seen those still. They still make that, right? That's still a thing.
I don't know about Dollar Tree, but like you could definitely find it at an arts and crafts store. Like if you have a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby or something.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, look later on Google puff paint. If you've never used puff paint, you need to do not live.
I've never used it. I'm familiar with it, but I've never.
It is awesome. Oh my god, there was like a whole thing back in the 80s. Like people would get a huge thing was like people get sweatshirts. Because, you know, the sweatshirts is nice, thick material, and, you know, it comes in all different colors, whatever, and you just use the puff paint stuff on. Like, I made a Christmas shirt. It was awesome, because I painted, like, the tree, so the tree looked 3D.
Oh, wow.
And then put on, like, actual, like, rhinestones, or, like, I don't know, just little things that look like ornaments. It was really cool.
You know what? I think my aunt might have done that stuff at one point, but she used like a hot glue gun to do it, so it wasn't the actual like. What is this something that comes in a tube and then you just squeeze it out, and then it like puffs up afterwards when it dries?
Yeah, because I mean it's like the fabric paints. What is that stuff called? I don't remember, but yeah, they come in like small tubes and you squeeze it out. It's a regular kind where it doesn't really puff up, but it's still kind of 3D.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, the puff paint, yeah, you put that on, and then I think, do you apply heat? I don't remember. I haven't used it in a long time, but it fluffs up. And it's cool, man. If you've never used it, I think you like it.
Does it come with a glitter? Like, there are the options that they have, like, glitter infused inside the paint?
Probably, but, I mean, even if it didn't, you could just, you know, paint it on and then maybe sprinkle some glitter while it's still wet.
Oh, right? And then just...
Because it doesn't dry instantly.
Yeah. I'm gonna look into that.
You have to wait for it to dry.
I didn't even think of that. Like, I kind of had the idea, like, I was like, if I had some kind of paint, but it would, like, protrude upward, and that's what it was. That's what I was thinking of. But I've never used that. No, I've always wanted to.
Yeah, you need to try puff paint. I mean, even the regular fabric paint is pretty cool.
I think I've seen that at the Dollar Tree. You know, the Dollar Tree is no longer a Dollar Tree. It's $1.25 or $1.27. Yeah, they finally went up in price.
It's the end of an era.
Tell me about it. Now, but everybody's just gonna go to the Dollar General store because they have an aisle. They have a...
Now we're gonna be like our parents. You know, parents are like, yeah, I remember back when there was a dime store. I remember when the Dollar Tree was $1.
Oh, it's sad. Oh my god. Well, I think it's like not as cold today as it was yesterday. Like yesterday it was colder. So the sun is out and it's heating up a lot more now.
I don't know. I'm inside now with my heater going. I just know when I was walking home, it wasn't terrible. it wasn't windy, but it was still cold though. Like if I hadn't had my coat, my long coat. Oh my God! I haven't shown you my new coat.
No. You got a new coat?
It was kind of in some of the pictures I took. What was it, like, right after Christmas, maybe? Like, not on Christmas, because on Christmas I was wearing that sweater dress thing. But no, I have this, like, kind of off-white, this long, I don't think it's wool, but it looks like wool, because it's, like, felty feeling, I don't know. But it's got this big old hood on it, and it's just a long coat, and it's kind of big on me.
Yeah.
So when I pull the hood over, I look like some kind of mage.
Hey, I like that Catwoman. Was it a sweatshirt you were wearing on your last jump rope video?
Oh yeah.
That was cool. She had like an upside down pentagram and all.
Yeah, it was like I don't know what brand it is, but yeah, like Japanese brands will do that. Like they'll take popular characters and then like, you know, screw them up. So yeah, that was Catwoman with like satanic symbols all over.
That was cool.
And,
I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, I bought that at some secondhand store like years ago. I thought it was awesome. Like a little cute little picture on the front and then the back says what, sleep all day, party all night or something like that.
Yeah. I was like so random.
Yeah. Usually I wear that shirt like to sleep in a lot because it's so big and comfy. But I figured I'd try it for the jump rope thing because it's a sweatshirt, but it's not. The first one I did, I was wearing like a super oversized like hoodie sweatshirt thing, and it was just not working for me. The sleeves were too long, and it had those string things with little metal beads on the end, and those kept like popping up, hitting me in the face.
Were they really?
Well, yeah, well, at one point, because I had them like tucked in, and then they came out, and I had to tuck them back in again. Mostly it was the sleeves, because like I, tried rolling them up, but like I did it really quick, so I didn't do a good job. So they kept sliding down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that oversized thing. I mean, it's cute, but it's not good for jumping ropes. So.
I like that playground that you were at. That was a pretty cool looking one.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm gonna try to find maybe like a different spot every time. Well, I don't know if I can do it every single time for the 30 days, but I want to try to like move around each time.
Yeah.
And what it is, it's like it's not far from where I live. There's this like river, and all along the river there's like, well, it's paved so people can like walk, jog, ride their bike, whatever. No cars. And then every so often there will be like a little playground because it winds through neighborhoods and stuff. So
that's cool.
So yeah, that's what I found. There's like a bunch of different little spots. And the second one was like, I don't know what that pit was for. Because apparently like it looked like it was under construction. It had like cones and stuff in it. I don't know what it was originally intended for, but that was kind of nice because it was like, was it paved or did it have stone tiles? I don't remember, but it was like a smoother surface.
All I remember was how cool your Hummer bike looks. You put it like in such a way that it was like right there. It really popped out.
Well, yeah, I set it up. Like when I set up the camera, I had to move it a couple times to get it just right, so like so you could see it in the frame.
That's awesome. Does it have lights on it? Like when you ride at night? You have a headlight?
Yeah. Well, it's got like, it didn't come with it. It just had like reflectors. So I bought the kind, it's got a battery, so I have to turn it on and off myself. But yeah, I bought like a headlight and a tail light. And then it's also, I forgot, I meant to like walk over and kick the tires because on the tire tube, what do you call it? The valve cap that I have on the front and back tire has a light in it, and so when it gets bumped, it flashes like rainbow.
Oh, cool. Is it going?
I meant to walk over and like kick the tires to show, but I forgot about that.
When you're riding though, is it on constantly? So does it look like a Tron disc? Like.
Yeah.
That's cool. I have one of those. I think the battery died, and I had that on my bike, but I never really got to. I think it was sticking out too far that it was in the way of the spokes. Like I don't know. I think it was in a bad spot.
I had those forever. Like actually, when I got that bike, I had to replace the batteries in one of the lights because I had it on my last bike for the longest time. I can't believe how long they've lasted, but yeah, it's just some little batteries. You just change them out and it works just fine. So I'm gonna keep them. I like it because it's rainbow. Like I've never seen the rainbow ones again. I've seen like just one solid color.
Yeah.
You can get blue or green or red, but I like the rainbow. It flashes different colors.
So as you're moving, you just see like this whole spectrum of colors.
Yeah, so it looks like a ring.
That's cool, dude. That's funny when people have like a Harley motorcycle and they put lights all over it. Have you seen any of that? You know what I'm talking about?
No, but I've seen the truckers, like the long haul trucks. Like in Japan, it's a thing where they'll give them a crazy paint job and they'll put like just lights all over it. I've seen those.
Wow. I didn't know that was
it's like, yeah, I'm sure just the truck itself probably costs a lot of money, but then they invest probably the same amount again in decorating it. But, I mean, I guess if you practically live in it, you know, why not?
Well, shoot, dude, I think I've gone now for an hour and 42 minutes of just bullshitting. Happy New Year stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's up to you.
That's pretty good.
I thought we should do like a Happy New Year thing and, you know.
Yeah, what are your hopes for the new year then, before we leave? Do you have any hopes, any aspirations? No real, what do they call that? Resolutions, but what do you plan for this new year?
Well, I mean, it should be obvious. Like, because of my situation, like, I hope to find a job that will sponsor visa so I can, extend my stay and get something more permanent. I just need a little more time. Like, if I could just get, like, a 1 year, at the very least, just a 1 year window. And then I could get so much done within that 1 year and then probably never have to apply for a visa again.
Do you plan to take more trips or travel or do anything like that in Japan? Go places that you haven't gone to?
I would like to, but, that would kind of require, like, this whole, pandemic to just calm down. Plus, I would need the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had a chance to, I'd love to. There's lots of places I've not been yet that I want to go.
Like, have you been to a hot spring?
Yeah.
You did one time, right?
Yeah, I went, one time I went up to Nikko. It's in the mountains north of Tokyo, and, like, I stayed in this, like, old-fashioned hotel that had an onsen. And, like, I waited till, it was, like, almost closing time for it. So that, hopefully nobody would be there. And there's, like, one person there, she was leaving when I went in. Because, I didn't, onsen is, like, it's like taking a bath. You don't wear clothes. So I didn't want to be, like, naked with a bunch of strangers. So So I went in and I kind of slowly, was just sort of messing around, like getting my stuff ready, whatever, waiting for her to finish. And then once she left, I got in by myself. It was nice.
But isn't that like the normal thing? Isn't there like a whole bunch of strangers that just jump into a hot spring and they're all naked and it doesn't bother them or whatever? Or is there men on one side, women,
Yeah, I mean, it's a normal.
women on the other
it's
side?
normal for Japan, but still, just the fact that I'm not Japanese makes me stand out, and it's like, and so people just tend to, they can't help it. They look at me, and so I'm sure they wouldn't be looking at me because I'm naked, but because I'm a foreigner. But still, just in my mind, I'd be like, oh God, they're staring at me. I just don't want that awkwardness. So
yeah. But explain the hot spring thing to me again, because I think you did once before. It's like a natural lake that's hot. It's near a volcano.
Well, it's like, it's naturally hot water. It's like heated from the earth, like below the earth, where it's, where the magma is closer to the surface. Sort of like, in Yosemite, there's the, what do you call the ones where it shoots the water out? I can't think of the word.
But
it's the same thing.
But this is a whole
with Yosemite, those things, they...
Oh, the water that
I can't think of what it's called.
Is the water that shoots out from those things, is that like hot water?
Yeah, it's hot water.
Oh.
It's boiling hot water. Yeah, those are like the extreme ones. I mean, it shoots out because it's under so much pressure, but like, if you can find one that's like just the right distance from the surface and doesn't have all that pressure, so the water comes up and it's warm, but it's not going to boil you alive. like Yosemite, you could not get in that water. That's too much.
Yeah.
But in Japan, because it's near a fault line, there's a lot of places where the water is just naturally heated from all that, stuff below the surface, the magma. Yes, Kenny.
But it's not too hot. Yeah. It's hot enough that you can get in it. It's not going to scald you.
Yeah, it's like a hot tub.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's like getting in a hot tub.
I always thought it was because there's a volcano nearby. I've never understood what causes the water to like just be hot. It's just kind of straight from the core of the planet and somehow.
Yeah, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a volcano, but just like, anywhere that it's closer to the surface. So I mean, usually there's volcanoes nearby. Usually there's like a fault line or something because somehow that magma is getting closer to the surface.
Yeah.
And so that's what it is. And Japan is like right on the Pacific Rim, so.
But is there any place in particular that you've been wanting to go and you haven't been able to look at or visit or see since you've been there in Japan? Whether it be a beach or...
there's two places that I really want to go. I want to go to the Bunny Rabbit Island.
Oh, yeah, the Bunny Rabbit.
That's down near Hiroshima, so it's kind of far away. And then I also want to go to the Fox Village.
Oh, there's a Fox Village.
Yeah, and that's north. That's farther north.
Is that the same premise? There's a bunch of foxes there? Or is that just the name of it?
No, it's like a, I think it's a rescue or something where, the foxes are like in there, like I don't think they can leave, but it's a huge open area where they can run free. They're okay, they're not in cages, but but it is enclosed, and you can go there and you can feed them and pet them, and it's like a whole bunch. It's like the Bunny Rabbit Island, but with foxes.
Oh, that's so cool! I got a person here. Happy New Year! Oh, Happy New Year to you, FT. Someone's watching me on YouTube. I got
on
it.
YouTube.
I finally got a comment. Nobody ever comments on my stuff. Yay! They never see my live stuff. They watch the stuff I do, but they're too shy to comment. Don't be shy. I won't hurt you much. I won't bite.
Yeah, and I mean, well, it's like I'm always seeing stuff online, just different cool places in Japan. I'm like, ooh, I want to go there. So, I mean, yeah, there's tons of stuff I like too, but that's the two at the top of my list. I want to see bunny rabbits and the foxes.
Oh,
I love animals.
I don't blame you. That's the sweetest thing to look at. You're not so much interested in like anything else, like a natural, like a mountain, a certain specific beach, or farmland, or some kind of countryside, or something like that. No.
Well, like there's supposed to be. Well, I mean, Okinawa. Everybody's like, oh, Okinawa's so nice, but actually, there's supposed to be like an island off of Tokyo that is like kind of a hidden paradise. But
Take
for
me
that
there.
you have to take like a ferry boat, and it takes like a whole day just to get there.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like an adventure.
I'd like to go there when the weather's nice. That'd be cool. And then I don't know. There's so many things. There's glamping. There's these freaking gorgeous glamping sites. Like, that sounds awesome. You're like, I like camping, but I don't want all the aggravation.
Well, I was gonna say, what is glamping? What is that?
Glamping is like camping, except you have enough luxuries so that
like glam.
Not. Yeah, like glamorous. So yeah, it's not as rough as camping, where it's like, instead of just pitching a thin tent and sleeping on the ground, where it's like
you have room service,
it's a little bit more sturdy, and you have like actual furniture, and
you have air conditioning,
facilities and stuff. But it's not quite like a cabin, but sort of in between.
That, I think I've seen an episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and they did that. Like they went camping, but it wasn't really camping. It was like something like that. It was similar to that. That sounds more about my speed. Yeah, I would like to have a decked out, really cool, pimpin' tent that's not a real tent. It's more like an actual structure, and you've got your, facilities and running water and AC. That would be cool. Yeah. That's the way I want to
Some of them, there's different kinds. Like, some of them are crazy, where it's like it's kind of like a tent, but it's a little bit sturdier, and then they've got like actual furniture inside, like antique furniture.
Oh, wow.
So it's crazy. It's like you're in a, well, I can't think of a non-offensive way since people don't like the word anymore, but like a gypsy tent. Sorry if anybody doesn't like that word, but
but that's what it is, a gypsy
Yeah, what tent. Else would I call it? Like, yeah, that kind of style, like,
That makes sense. I understand it that way. I can identify with it.
Yeah, but I mean, there's different ones too. Like, I mean, some of them are quirky and weird. Like, I've seen the ones where it's like,
if I would have to camp, that's the way I want to do it. I don't think I could do the whole. I've never gone camping, but this sounds like the way I would want to do it.
I went camping. I went camping once. There was a campsite, so still, like, you could walk up the road and they had like toilets and showers, but even that was kind of like, like not very comfortable. But no, dude, like, they've got crazy ones. Like there's some where it's like out in the woods, and in the clearing, it'll have like these clear, like, blow up tents.
Oh, wow.
Where you're like in a clear igloo, and then that way at night, like, you can see all the stars.
Oh. But then that's also like that. Isn't that scary if you see wildlife? Like, there's a black bear hangs around and it's see-through and you can see it. That's gonna be not so cool. I don't know. Maybe it's okay if you see it coming. You won't be as scared that you know you're gonna die. But if you don't see it, it's like you're in the Blair Witch movie and you just hear things happening and you can't see anything and you're like, what's happening? Isn't it better to see it in a way, like you know it's coming? I don't know, dude. Bears would freak me the fuck out, dude. I remember I read about, wasn't there this famous bear attack that happened in Japan back in, was it the 1500s or something? I always get the number mixed up. It was back in the old days. And this bear, like, attacked a family and then came back and finished off the family. Like, there was still some left survivors, and it came back, and by the time they went to go get help, it was like the biggest massacre ever. And I think it was like was it a black bear that did it? They made a...
Oh my god, I don't know anything about that.
You never heard of this? It's famous. It's like, I looked it up.
No.
Yeah, it was, maybe I'm exaggerating the date. I say the 1500s, maybe it was like 1930 or something. I don't really remember. You have to look it up and see what it But it was old enough times that they didn't have a way to call for help. So it was like, you know, the people in the survivors that were attacked took off running, tried to find help. By the time they came back, the bear left and it came back. Like, it was kind of like a revenge bear. Like, it knew it wasn't finished. It knew there was still people to kill or something like that. So
I don't think it was revenge. It was just the bear was like, well, it probably ate till it was full, but it was like, well, I got leftovers, so.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like, there's more food.
So he went back to finish them off when he was hungry again.
And it was a bizarre time of an attack because it should have been hibernating at that time. It was like during winter or something. But I think something woke him up and he was hungry, and the family lived there, you know, so he just had his way with that family. But they built like a statue of that bear, you know. It was like in that area. I don't know what village it was. Well, yeah, you need to look at it.
I'll have to Google that. I never heard of that. That's crazy. Do you think they make a movie out of that or something?
They did make a movie, and what's his face is in it. Sonny Shiba is in that movie.
Oh, well, I've never seen it. I need to find it then.
I've never seen it either. I need to see it. Because I was like, after, I have a fear of bears and sharks. Yeah, because they're both like, I consider them the same. The shark is like a bear of the water, and the bear, you know, it's like the shark of the woods. You know, it's like they're gonna come get you. They're gonna eat you. There's no way you can survive it. I remember one time Matthew McConaughey tried to say he had a method of getting rid of a bear. If a bear ever attacked him, he knew what to do and all this kind of stuff. You don't know what to do. You get attacked by a bear, you're going to freak the fuck out. You're not going to remember any of that shit. You're just going to be like, you know, like me, I have no reaction. I have no instincts to like move. I have no, what is that? It's not reaction. Reflexes. I'm real bad about stuff like that. I can see something happen right in front of me and I won't move. I'll just like look at it. And I don't have the instinct to move.
I think with a bear, you're not supposed to move anyway. Like, I think you're supposed to play dead.
You're supposed to lay down or something? It's like, just have me
like curl up in the fetal position and play dead.
Because other people say you're supposed to stand up tall and raise your hands and make yourself look bigger than the bear. It's like, the bear is going to see you. They're going to see a Twizzler. Like, they're not gonna. They don't
you
care
don't want to
how tall
provoke
you
the
are.
bear.
Yeah, and scream at them, so you try to scare them, because bears are afraid of people. I'm like, no, I don't think so. I think they know that we are weaker.
I don't know. Well, I've never come across either a bear or a shark in the wild, but I do have one up on them because I've eaten both.
You have eaten both. You've eaten a shark and a bear? Which one is better?
Yes. And bear is delicious.
Really? I always thought that it would be so earthy. Like, it's hard to eat that type of meat. Too tough.
Well, yeah, it is gamey. It is like
gamey,
kind of like deer. But if you slow cook it for a long time, then it can be good. Like the bear that I had, it was like steak but better. I mean, it tasted like it had this buttery taste. It was just so juicy and soft.
Wow.
And, oh my God.
Like just naturally? I mean, of course they put seasonings and stuff, but it had that flavor.
Yeah, and like I said, the guy, it was at a restaurant, the guy would just like slow cook it, I guess for a long time, because when he ran out, like he couldn't just go in the back and make some more. It was like,
yeah.
you had to get it while he had it, because it takes so long to prepare it. So
that's got to be a lot of meat, right? Because a bear should have a lot of meat on it. So it could feed
Oh yeah, well, but he would go hunting. He would go hunting in Niigata, which is it's like a smaller brown bear. So they're not, it's not gonna be like the size of a grizzly bear.
Oh, okay. Well, any bear to me would be big.
Bigger than a grown man. Slightly bigger than a grown man, but not that huge.
And what was the shark like?
The shark. Well, I had the traditional shark fin soup. It was pretty good.
Oh, the shark fin. Is it everything that they say it is? Like everybody likes the fin for some reason. I would think the fin is the cartilage.
It's popular in Asia. It's the one. It's really controversial because there's so many poachers out there, and they people say they're killing too many sharks, and they'll just cut the fin off.
Yeah.
And then the poor shark is suffering, and yeah, that was not intended. I didn't, because of the controversy, I did not ever really want to eat shark fin soup, but someone else ordered it.
Oh, and you had a little taste.
And yeah, it's like that thing, I couldn't refuse.
Was it
that
salty?
Would be rude.
What kind of taste?
So I ate it, and I was like, oh, it's okay, but yeah, that's happened to me a couple times. It happened. I got a drink with one of those bird's nests in it. The one that's it looks like it's plastic or glass or whatever. It's clear. And that's another one that's controversial because the people that go to steal these nests, the birds, they spend all this time building the nest, and then the people that take them, the poor birds don't have a nest because they spent all the time they had building it, and so when they're ready to find a mate and make a family, they don't have a nest.
They really wait. This really happens? I didn't know this happened.
Yes, this really happens. And and it was an accident. I ordered a drink and I didn't know that the nest was in it.
Are you supposed to drink the nest, or it's just hits you like an ice cube, or what? How do you drink that?
Yeah, well, because it's super gross. But so what it is, the birds make the nest from some kind of enzyme that they produce, and it mixes with their saliva.
Yeah, like a mud.
And so when it comes out, it's kind of plasticky looking, but it's got some flexibility. It's not hard like plastic. So yeah, so if it gets wet, or you can eat it. It's about the consistency of say maybe a cracker. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's enough to support a very tiny bird. Yeah, it's not gonna break your jaw if you eat it. So, but yeah, that's the one. Usually it's in China. They'll put it in a soup because they think it's got all these medicinal properties, when actually it doesn't. It's just superstition.
Do you swallow it?
Yeah, people are. Yeah, you can eat it. You eat it.
This is trippy. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, it was weird. I didn't. When it came, it took me a second. I was like, wait a minute. Because usually, like I said, it comes in a soup. And this was a drink. I ordered it was an alcoholic drink, and I was looking, I was like, wait a minute. And the person I was with, it was the Egyptian. I asked her, I was like, is this one of those bird nests? And he looked at me, he was like, yeah. I was like, oh my god, I totally did not know that that's what this was. Like, I just wanted to drink.
Are they expensive, I wonder? They gotta be.
I don't know. We were at the ninja restaurant. This happened at the ninja restaurant. We went there, and it was like, it's a whole themed restaurant, so everything in there is like something weird and crazy. And,
that's cool.
Like fancy. And I don't know. He wanted to go. He paid for everything, so I don't remember. It was probably expensive anyway, just because it was a themed restaurant. Like,
yeah. That's cool, dude.
Because like I took my mother to the Alice in Wonderland one, and that was pretty pricey.
Oh, how did she like that? I bet she liked it.
Well, she liked it. I mean, because everything was cute. You know, everything you order, they the presentation is like a character from Alice in Wonderland. So, you know, we got something that looked like the Cheshire Cat, and like a couple other things, and then we got this whole, what was it called, afternoon tea, where it was like one of those tiered tray things that it had sweets and cakes and stuff on it.
Oh wow.
And yeah, we got a bunch of fancies. I mean, I allotted, you know, money for it because I figured she'd like it, but that's not something I would do normally.
That's cool though.
But she liked it. She was thrilled. You know, taking pictures. And it was cute. There was no weird bird nest or anything. It was just cuteness.
Here, Mom, I have a bird nest.
Yeah.
I would have freaked her out.
Yeah, I didn't really, you know, try to spring anything weird on my mother. I mean, I did. I took her to a sushi place. Like, the first place we ate out, I took her to eat sushi, and I was like, look, Mom, don't ask what anything is. Just try at least one first to see if you like it, and then I'll tell you what it is, because I didn't want her, you know, asking to be like, ew, I'm not going to try that. Like, no, just try it, because some stuff sounds weird, because people in America don't eat it, but it actually tastes really good.
Yeah.
And she did. She wound up, she liked pretty much everything except for, what was it, the mackerel? Because it's, like, really fishy.
Oh.
But, I mean, she was okay with, like, squid and octopus. And,
oh, wow.
Raw shrimp. And,
did she know that that's what it was? All that stuff she was eating, was it for the first time, or she had eaten it before?
I think a lot of it was the first time. Like, she didn't really know, because, I mean, you know, when it comes cut up, you know, on sushi, you don't really know. It's just a little piece of meat.
Yeah, and then
So that's why I told her, I was like, yeah, don't ask what it is. Just try it first, and then I'll tell you. She did. She did. And I was like, you know, trust me, I'm not going to give you anything that's going to kill you or, you know, make you sick. Like, just try. And I was eating it, too.
That's
I wanted her to have, like, a real sushi experience, so.
Wow. Well, if ever I go...
I did do that to my dad, though. I got my dad to eat raw horse.
Raw horse, dude, for real. Like The Walking Dead.
Well, not quite like The Walking Dead.
Because that's what they did in the last season. Like, they had no food, so the only thing they could do was start eating horses. I was like, eat the grass, motherfucker. Eat anything you can. Eat the leaves. Do not eat the damn horses. What's wrong with these people? Oh, we're starving. We can't eat anything else. Like, a horse is close to a dog, right? It's, like, considered a pet.
But there's no nutrition in grass.
Tell that to the vegans.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I resisted horse for a long time.
Did you try the horse?
It was a similar thing. Like, I was out with, it's when I was dating that one guy, and he took me out for his senpai's birthday, and the senpai ordered the raw horse. He's like, have you ever had this? I was like, no. He's like, okay, let's get some. And I was like, oh god, wait, no. But yeah, I had to eat it because it was his birthday and he was the senpai, and I was, had to be polite. I was trying to impress my boyfriend, and
Yeah.
be a good guest. And so I tried some, and it was actually pretty good. I hated to admit, I was like, okay, it does taste good, but it's horse.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like, I rode horses. I love horses. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, you're
I
a
can't
horse.
believe it, but
You're a
but
rider.
it actually is pretty good. It's like beef.
It's like beef, like fajita.
Yeah, yeah, because that's what my dad thought it was. Well, like if you ever had really rare beef, I mean, that's
Like,
close to what raw is like. It's just like with raw, it's just there's none of it is cooked. But yeah, like when we ordered it, and my dad and Vicky were eating some, and they kept asking like, "What is this? What is this? It's beef, isn't it?" I was like, "Nope, it's not beef." And finally, after they'd had a little bit, I told them, and like Vicky was like, "Oh my god, it's horse!" And she was like freaking out. She was horrified. My dad was like, "Oh really?" And then he, like, after a minute, he was eating more. I mean, I think it shocked him, but he was like, "Well, it is good though."
your dad is funny.
Oh god, yeah, that was crazy. But I didn't do that to my mother.
You didn't make her eat the horse.
I didn't make her eat anything too crazy, no.
Aw.
But like, yeah, I did try to get my dad, but still, I didn't even, like, he wasn't here long enough. There was so much more. Like, I wanted to get him to try natto, which is like the fermented beans.
Oh yeah. That looks
It smells
crazy.
so bad. So it's like, it's one of those things. If you like food like that, you like stinky cheese, that kind of thing where it's like it smells bad but it tastes okay.
Yeah.
Then you might like natto, but like some people, it's like they just can't get over the smell.
Well, it's like it's part of your senses.
Bad.
Isn't it hard to? I don't understand how people can eat something that smells bad because your smell and your taste are like combined, right? So if it smells really good, it's gonna taste really good. If it smells bad, it just makes your taste buds translate that it's bad, right? No matter what it is, like they gotta disconnect.
Well, sometimes.
If they can do
I mean,
that.
because the smell isn't 100% of the taste; it just lends to the taste. So, like, I can eat natto. I'm not like wild about it. It's okay. But like, I do like some cheeses that
like stinky
kind of
cheese.
Smell bad, but when you eat them, they taste good.
Oh,
wow. The taste is a little different from the smell. Well, I mean, like, you've had Swiss cheese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, have you ever actually smelled Swiss cheese? It smells like feet. It smells like sweaty feet. But it doesn't taste like sweaty feet.
No, I haven't smelled it. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Next time you have Swiss cheese, before you eat it, stop and smell it. It smells.
Oh my god. I'm gonna do that. That's
when I was a kid, I called it feet cheese.
Feet cheese?
Yeah, because it smelled like feet.
I really want a block of sharp cheddar cheese. I like that. I'll get a little block and just like cut it in pieces, and just like snack on it every once in a while. I feel like eating one of those.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, like, so one of my favorites is Munster cheese.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you know what that is? Like, some people don't even know. It's not like a popular cheese.
How do you say it again?
I like it.
Munster?
I like it. And, like, but with Japan is like, I mean, even in America, like, Munster is one of those things, you're just not going to see it at every single store. It's not like, American cheddar, Gouda, blue, like those kind of cheeses. But still, like, even in Japan, it's even, like, harder to find varieties of cheese. I mean, you go to the store and there might be, like, 3 kinds, that's it.
Yeah,
And
I saw one of your posts. There's quite a few things that are hard to find out there. Like, what was it, white corn? You couldn't find that for the
yeah,
longest
white
time.
corn is harder to
That
find.
was one
I
of your
mean, yeah,
memories.
not impossible, but it can be hard. So like I found there's like in there's one station that I go to sometimes. It's like way at the other end of my train line. But I found a little cheese specialty shop thingy. It's this giant like department store, and so there's all these different like kiosk type places, and one is this cheese, and they've got all these different cheeses, and I found it like a couple months ago, and I asked them, I was like, do you have Munster cheese? They're like, yeah. It's kind of pricey. I was like, ugh. So I was like, well, I'll wait till a special occasion. And so finally, I was like, when I finished with work and, was done with that, I was like, and it was like Christmas time, I was like, you know what? That's going to be one of my presents to me. I'm going to get a little block of Munster cheese all for myself. I'm not even going to share it. And I did. I mean, I didn't eat it all at once. I tried to, like, space it out. Oh, my God, it was so good.
Was it?
Oh, I love Munster cheese. Yes.
I've never heard of it, actually. I didn't know what it was. Does it taste similar to something spicy? Is it like pepper jack?
No, it's not spicy, but it's another one that's like, it smells slightly funny, but it tastes really good. I mean, I would say it's like camembert, but it's muskier.
Huh.
So, yeah, it's kind of soft, like camembert cheese, but camembert is like sweeter. Munster, it has like a muskier taste, but it's really good. Like if you get fancy crackers, not Ritz, but like something a little more expensive, like a wheat cracker or rye or something.
Yeah.
And it tastes so good. Oh man.
With a little wine right next to it, like one of those, a red wine or something.
But like I got a little block of it, maybe like it wasn't even half the size of my palm. For like $12. So,
damn.
I mean, yeah, it was a little pricey.
Yeah, that is pricey for your hand, like not even bigger than your palm. I have a little palm, so that would be like, I'd be cheated.
Well, I mean, it was like a cheese wheel, so like the cheese wheel would probably fill the palm of my hand.
Okay.
But I got half of that, so yeah, it was like, so the thickness, yeah, it had to be like an inch thick. So, I mean, there was some cheese to it. Like I ate it in 3 sittings. But it's still kind of expensive. But that was my treat. That was my Christmas present to me.
So I thought Christmas was more romantic. Wouldn't you have gotten like little chocolates?
Oh, I can have chocolate anytime though.
But like over
easy
here,
to find.
like
yeah,
it's not
Munster,
tradition.
that was my treat because Munster is expensive and hard to find.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, is it tradition over there for like Valentine's Day is tradition to eat Kentucky Fried Chicken? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And then Christmas is like
go on a date.
Go on a date, like a date night thing, and then Christmas was like romantic. So, are like candies, like chocolates, a part of that tradition too, or is it just romantic to just hang out and go eat together, but not the whole like? Is
it? No, not so much candy.
Not candy.
No, I mean, candy is more like towards Valentine's Day, but Christmas is about like just couples going on a romantic date.
That's why all those single guys
chicken is a popular choice for dinner. But like for dessert, if you're talking about dessert, like a lot of people will eat like the strawberry shortcake style cake where it's like a white icing and strawberries on top.
Wow. That sounds good.
We didn't have that, but we did have a huge chicken dinner though.
Oh.
Did I tell you, we found a restaurant, it was called Chicken Man. Chicken
Man? No.
Yes, there's a restaurant called Chicken Man. It was like everything on the menu was something chicken.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty good, and yeah, there was like, it wasn't a really big place, but you could see behind the counter, the kitchen, and he had this like ginormous rotisserie where he could have like 20 chickens all at once.
Damn.
Cooking, and man, yeah, it was awesome. We ordered like a half a rotisserie chicken, and then we ordered a pizza. It was weird. It was like kimchi chicken pizza.
Oh wow.
I don't know why he had kimchi on the menu, but whatever. Yeah, the owner was Nigerian, so.
Oh wow.
That was interesting.
Yeah. Well, dude, I think I'm done. I think this is a 2 hour and 20 minute stream. This is pretty long. This is the longest one I think I've done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we had to make up for lost time. We haven't streamed together.
Yeah, we have it. So we need to do it again. And whenever we can. I hate to plan things. Every time I plan.
Do it one more time before you go back to work. Like,
yeah.
Well, after my interviews, maybe. Like,
yeah.
My interviews are like Wednesday, Thursday, so maybe from my Thursday night, I should be more available. So
there you go. That sounds good. I'm down for that.
So from your Thursday morning on, so
you can do one of your crafting things or whatever.
Yeah. I'll do some arts and crafts, and you can just be doing like commentary on it.
Yeah. That'll work. Okay, well then, thank you for the Happy New Year, bitch. And
yay!
We got that one done. We did that.
Yeah.
We done did it.
We did a thing.
We did a thing. Say goodnight to Kitty for me, and a little bit of sleeping. So, and Lila is too. I'm gonna have to put her outside. It's already hot. I think the sun came out, so she can run around in the sun and roll around in the grass. And it's all good. Then I gotta bring her back in. It's gonna be cold again tonight. I'm not looking forward to that. It's too cold in this house.
Yeah.
Every room is cold. I'm not sitting right in front of the heater. I don't feel good about myself.
Yeah, Kitty's already giving me the evil eye. Like, when are you gonna pull the bed out?
Oh, there you go. Well,
she's mad because I was gone all day and all night.
You're a bad mom.
I'm a terrible cat mom.
I
was out running around with my boyfriend.
Yeah. Shame on you.
And yeah, getting hit on too.
And getting hit on. Damn. I gotta go to that intersection. See what that's about.
Yeah.
If I ever go out there.
Spot.
The magic spot. See if they notice me. I'm just like so short. They probably won't. They'll pass me right by.
I was wearing my mage coat, and for some reason, those two guys walked in like, "Oh, you're so cute. You're so beautiful." I'm like thinking, they can only see my eyes. Like.
Yeah, you've got your mask on and all.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that's why I was like, okay, so you're just full of bull right now. Like, what do you want? You trying to steal my money or?
What's your angle?
That desperate? They don't really care what I look like.
What's your angle? What's going on here? You can't really see me. I'm wearing a ski mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, good night, and thanks for being on my stream, and thanks for watching if anybody's watching.
Night.
Thank you, FT, for coming and jumping in, and I think he's gone. And till the next time, dude. I'll see you next time.
Bye.